Wayne Lynch dominated the junior ranks in Australia in the late 60s and notably changed surfing performance standards at the 1968 World Contest in Puerto Rico with a display of innovative, brand new vertical shortboard surfing and edge control before being eliminated due to an interference call against David Nuiva. Movie parts the next few years in Witzig and Falzon films influenced surfers all over the planet and led to a massive shift in performance worldwide. won several prestigious early pro events in Oz, including the 1975 Coke Sydney 2SM, and finished 8th on the first year of the IPS Tour.
Good first wave, and Wayne's feeling good on his first wave. It was a good cutback, and he's going to milk this wave, ride it all the way into the beach. He maneuvers all the time, keeps the board going, keeps racking up points. The more maneuvers he does, the more points. Wayne's got a very smooth flowing style. And at the back we have Larry Blair. And this looks like it's going to be a really good ride. He's going for the tube ride here. He's right back in there. A fantastic tube ride for his second ride. Does a good re-entry, hard bottom turn, going for a good cutback here. He pulls off the cutback and makes it. That was an excellent wave for Larry. Does another cutback, keeps maneuvering his board. You'll notice Larry's surfing's a little faster than Wayne's. Both are excellent surfers, both are goofy footers, both face the wave, and they're really going to be doing a good job today. Keeps maneuvering it, rides the wave right to the end, does a little switch foot. And Wayne's seen something at the back. Looks like it might be a great wave. He's definitely going to be going for the tube ride on this wave. Pushing for maximum speed on this wave. No, the wave didn't tube. He pulls around the section. Yes, and he's in there. Excellent wave for Wayne. This has really evened up the situation now. Both surfers are very, very close. This is Wayne's second good ride. Larry's had one mediocre ride and one good ride. Good ending to his ride, Wayne. He makes the re-entry. That was an excellent ride. I think that's the highest scoring ride of the heat so far, and Wayne's milking it right to the end of the wave. And he falls down, but that was an excellent wave for Wayne, and the highest scoring wave of the heat so far. Looks like an excellent wave approaching in the back. This is one of the bigger waves of the set, one of the bigger waves of the heat, and Larry's going. Excellent looking wave, and he goes for the tube ride. Fantastic wave, excellent ride. I think this might even top Wayne Lynch's ride as the highest scoring wave of the heat. It also looks like he might be looking for the tube ride on this wave. Does his bottom turn, stalls the board, slows it down and gets in the tube. It's a real tube riding tussle out there. Does a radical cutback, goes for another bottom turn, another small cutback, and he's going to milk this wave all the way in. Well, after those two rides, I have
He's getting done by the big ones. Oh, that's bad luck about that, isn't it?
How was that last wave, Larry?
That was the best wave I've caught so far. That means I've caught 3 exceptional waves, so if I catch 2 more, I think I'll be pretty hard to beat.
But Wayne's got 3 good ones too.
I think mine might beat him.
And Wayne's still battling through in the shore break. And it's Larry Blair. Larry takes off. This looks like it's going to be an excellent ride. Streaking across the wall for as much speed as possible. Now he goes for a good cutback, very good cutback. He's going to be looking for the tube ride here, and he gets inside, and it looks fantastic. That was definitely the ride of the heat. An excellent tube ride by Larry Blair. It was almost impossible for him to come out, but sheer determination got him through that ride. This is going to be an exceptionally high-scoring wave. Still milking the wave, just on a radical cutback, and he keeps that board moving. Larry is just racking up points, and he decides to kick out of that wave. That was an excellent ride for Larry Blair, and I'd say that was the ride of the heat at this stage. Looks like a very good set approaching, and there's a bit of hustling going on the water there. Looks like Wayne's trying to sneak on Larry's inside. Wayne's a seasoned competitor. He's probably one of the most experienced professional surfers in the world. And he looks like he's going to be going for this wave. No, it's Larry. Larry takes off a very long walk, very fast wave. Is he going to make this? It doesn't look like it. No, he's coming through. Fantastic wave, an incredible wave. Larry is doing fantastic things out there. That was an unbelievable ride. And he ends his ride up. And Wayne goes for an excellent ride. Wayne's going to get a tube ride as well. This looks fantastic. Amazing tube ride. The surfers are doing amazing things in the water there. That was an unbelievable wave by Wayne Lynch. I can't separate the surfers on those 2 waves. That was unbelievable. They are matching one another wave for wave. Wayne's ride is a little longer. I think he might score marginally higher than Larry. Excellent 2 rides by both those surfers. This is going to be an unbelievably close event.
Wayne, you seem to have achieved a reputation of the loner of the surfing world. Is this deliberate or just something that's happened?
I think it's something that's just happened mainly because I live in such an out-of-the-way area. You know, it's quite desolate down there. And I prefer it that way. I'm never sort of seen at every contest, or I'm not in the media that much. And, well, you know, that's it. That's why.
So actually you're out of the limelight for about 10 months every year down in Victoria.
That's right.
And then you emerge. So when you come to a contest like this, and there's all the publicity, the media attention, how do you feel about it?
Oh, it doesn't really affect me that much because I know that's only for such a short time. And then I can go home and live and surf as I please.
In a sense, it was risky to leave competitive surfing. When you walk away, you walk away. There's nobody there paying you money, nobody there patting you on the back for that. The competitive arena and that whole marketing thing that came with it was just a little bit too one-dimensional for me. For me, surfing's always been about discovery. Discovering something in your surfing that's new, discovering surf breaks, just even discovering a certain thing about yourself, what you are as a human. And once the fun goes out of it, all those things shut down, all the creativity and all that potential's gone. I just had to go. I had to go back to a life that was simple.
Had he committed to following the tour, surely he would have won multiple titles. But Wayne stepped away from competition after only 1 year on tour and carved out a remarkable and influential life rooted in craftsmanship, environmentalism, and personal integrity, which still continues to this day.
You know, when you paddle out surfing, there's so many things going on. There's the swell, there's the sky, there's the time of the day, the type of light. Your visual input's enormous. I can't imagine being a surfer and not a shaper. You take what you're getting in the water and put it across into the surfboard so that you put a little bit of your own experience and your own technique and your own personality into that board. Sometimes I think, look, what would I have done if I didn't surf? And I can't think of anything else.